over here, and the volley bear top that you've been asking for?
Thank goodness, the volley bear is going into the correct lane. This is absolutely absurd.
It's going to be so good in this comp, into Cassante as well.
Yeah, and he is just never going to lose health.
In the early game.
Yep, I'm really interested to see what's going to happen here. Let's jump into the Rift for game number 1. Ooh. And we've got a bit of a group up.
Yeah.
D+ are making their way in. Execute just gets out of there.
Conga line invade.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of warning pings saying that we might have a little bit of a problem here. Oh no, Execute going to get knocked up already. Taking a fair bit of damage as Bramble Smash comes in. He is so incredibly low.
Yeah, the Aftershock really keeps him alive there. It doesn't have to flash, luckily for him, but as they are almost able to get a summoner, still will get a significant amount of information.
Yep.
Ward was placed counterwise here on the Raptor camp.
Confirmation that Kingen is going for that cool Fimbulwinter build.
Yeah.
The fact that he's got the Ferocity tree going on. As, okay, I don't know about that one, Execute. That is a long journey that you are on, my friend. And once again, he finds himself in a familiar position. And that is at 100 health.
We have seen some crazy Execute moments this season.
So she's going to need Execute to get himself together here. Doesn't actually have Hex Flash or anything like that either. As we can see, he's gone Ferocity second himself. As Kellen just looking for an angle, as may have found Willa, has to flash. Kellen is just collecting flashes here. He's the flash taxman.
Yeah, I mean, this is like not even Willer's fault, man. He's just fault.
Yeah, they might actually be able to catch aiming out as he does wander up here. And he is going to get Twisted advanced on aiming. Just going to press the cleanse button though, and now Execute. He's going to get snared, and that is first blood so comfortably for Lucid. And now Willa, nowhere to go, gets knocked up and gets taken down. That's aiming, grabbing that one, and D+, 2 swift kills.
Later on in this game.
Yep.
Going to get a decent amount of value into the composition of FearX as well as the Cassante. And with all the grasp stacks coming through as well, he's just going to be actually relevant, unlike the jungle Valley Bears. As meanwhile...
Yeah, Execute's going in once again, but now Showmaker is here to help out, and Execute is just dead. He's been picking his times, but unfortunately they've just all been wrong.
Yeah, it's just... like, you know the mid laner is not there. Like, Showmaker is missing, and that must have been communicated by Closer. I saw him back. I think that ward was placed moments ago. And now they have Sentinel up there, but not going to hard commit. And now Willer going to start this Dragon up here. Showmaker coming down. This is going to be a really tricky skirmish to win here for FearX, and actually they're just going to have to relinquish control to D+.
Yeah, it's just going to be a leash, as Willer just accepts that that one's not going to happen. He's going to take his Crow Camp, and then maybe wander over to the ever-so-dangerous Gromp. A little bit of a gank towards this top side of the map. And Kingen going to be caught farming just a little bit. Closer, can he actually find the charm is the question. Flash is available. He also has an ulti and a blast cone. And so Kingen is just going to steal the blue buff.
The thing about the trying to kill the Volley Bear there is that, or like when you see a Volley Bear proxying there, you're like...
Good news for FearX, as they do have their Callista making her way in once again. This time, Henner is level 9, so he does have the ultimate. And so Execute may not be dying this time around. Teleport to come in from the Cassante, as Kingen hasn't pulled the trigger on his just yet. Drake is a mountain, so it's a bit of a burly one, as we know.
Look at these Qs coming through. He just keeps resetting them. And Kingen got his teleport back, and he's doing damage to turret. You're on a timer here. Time's up.
He's now going to pull it, as Lucid trying to get that knock up onto Clear. Doesn't quite get that, as the quickness is massive. It is going to be the Drake locked down there by Lucid, as well as FearX are just desperately trying to get themselves out of there. Clear is limping out of the fight. He does survive, along with the rest of FearX, but that is 2 Drakes now picked up for D+, thankfully for FearX.
As good for him, but eventually he's able to stack up some of those as Lucid does not have ult, but he wants to push this. Kingen's here still.
Yeah, Kingen to move on over. He still has the ulti up and available, and so he can turn that tower off if he would like to, but instead they're just going to let them walk away and just waste all of these minions underneath the turret. Speaking of underneath the turret, that's exactly where Closer has been most of this game. We often praise Ahri's mobility, but if you're into a Karma, just going to always be dealing with minions, just conga lining towards you over and over again.
And Viego had to play around bottom side and didn't find any success, so that duo synergy, which is tough in the Karma anyways. Oh boy.
Oh, there's a huge ulti from King, and I guess so, as he's going to be taken out. Can they get more, though, is the question, as Closer is just having a party, and it's a double, make it a triple for Henna, as D+ just go way too deep.
They seem to find a way to make some errors happen down there from time to time. Very optimistic play here from D+. If it works out, they basically just close this one out off of it, but instead they actually give Henna the opportunity to be relevant in this game for free. So
now moving over towards this dragon, like you mentioned, it is Soul Point, and that is still big.
Yeah, and Clear is staying. I mean, he might actually be able to put some serious damage on this top inner. He's going to deny a lot of CS at least.
Yeah, and gold lead actually in favor of FearX towards the end of this. Teleport to come through for Clear. As Closer just ults his way over. That is going to be the steal for Willa, and that's going to be successful. Very nicely done. As now Kellen, oh my god, Clear just finds all of them with that W, but look at D+. They just regroup, and Kingen is impossible to damage. They need to try and find a way to do damage past this volley bear.
And it looks like Showmaker just mantra shields the entire team as Clear goes on top of them and denies that damage, even though it was such a sick engage from Clear.
Obviously, it isn't the worst thing in the world.
Terminus, I mean, is ready here for Henna. They want to just try to hard force skirmishes, and I think that's absolutely what this comp wants to do, but it needs an Ahri with it.
Well, Clear could be in trouble here, as there are a lot of feathers being thrown around. A huge teleport to come in from Kingen, as he's looking to get that flank angle. Clear is going the wrong direction, so he's likely going to be taken down. The question is, can FearX get anything on the other side? Closer already pushing towards this bottom outer turret.
Yeah, he pinged instantly that he was going to just push this, but now D+ have full control over Baron. He may have to teleport in. There he goes.
Immediately he is going to teleport forward. Clear doesn't have his teleport crucially, so he won't be able to reach this fight as soon as he spawns. He's going to have to run his way over there. Willa still trying to get in there for the steal. Should still be a 50-50 as Nature's Grasp does come down. Closer looks for the angle. Showmaker gets taken down solo. The battle dance. Kellen just absolutely taking control of the fight as the Baron's going to be secured now for D+. And aiming and Kellen, they've gotten to relative safety, and it looks like Lucid will just sacrifice himself for his teammates. Henna picks up another kill, but that is a Baron on 3 members of D+. Can be said for sure is the fact that Kellen's performance so far on the Rakan has been absolutely fantastic. Certainly worth looking out for here for FearX. Try and stop some of those big engages that he has managed to find. Yeah. As D+ still looking for that angle, looking for that soul point once again. Another opportunity to collect it for themselves if they would like to.
Showmaker just playing around this choke point, trying to poke, not hitting a ton of it though.
Yeah, Clear and Execute. Execute still does have the ultimate available, so can he actually find himself the Nature's Grasp to actually win out on this fight? Ocean Drake has been started off. Q connecting with no one in particular here for Showmaker as Execute now going to find the roots. Throws them forward, and now Closes dashing in with a Spirit Rush. That's a huge third Q to come through from Clear as Execute. Even able to get that kill, but they trade one back. The jungler taken out. That's going to mean that Soul Point goes over to D+. And now Lucid's able to protect Showmaker here as well. And Close is going to have to run for the hill. Still Clear looking for another opportunity. Featherstorm going to be used here for aiming. As he pulls the feathers back. Henna's still alive, so they can still fight this.
Yeah, aiming.
Not going to quite find the avenue in.
He doesn't have an LDR just yet, and the tankiness of this Cassante cannot be overstated. It's really hard for him to actually front to back with Kalista when he's so low range, and this is kind of the problem that we were talking about with the draft for the Xayah, because in team fights, if Henna gets on top of you, you're going to have a big problem, and Showmaker may stop a back. Or
Closer will just find a charm.
What?
There's the Spirit Rush, and he's just dead. Okay.
Did he have a minion on the base?
How did arm guard?
Very annoying Cassante, as you can see here from aiming. Meanwhile,
yeah, got another fight here as Kellen going to be taking a fair bit of damage. He's going to be CC'd up, but it's a trade of supports. Both of them going down now as Willa turns into a Rakan, gets a decent grand entrance. As Closer tagged by the Wind Becomes Lightning. Lucid wanting that extended Audacious Charge, but doesn't go for it. The charm going to miss as well. So a 1-for-1 is all it's going to be here in the mid lane in there, and make something happen as the Baron has been started. Vision immediately picked up by FearX. They know exactly what's going on as King In moving in.
Celestial opposition broken.
Yeah, Closer off to the side. Actually a great position for this Ari to be in, currently clearing out that control ward.
Flank from Kingen might get something done here, but he's kind of alone. They can collapse onto him here. Closer's positioning so fantastic there. D+. They stop the Baron, but they don't get a win here in the fight.
Towards Willa. And that is about it. Flank angle once again. Closer still wanting to find that opportunity and should be able to get on through there. It's clear that starts up the fight though, and that's a very early Featherstorm, an opportunity now. But aiming, just gonna get protected. Everyone just moving up to him. Execute tries to get in, but you can see aiming creates all the space. Showmaker not gonna be so lucky though, as Henna is gonna be able to pick up a swift double. And now Kingen just running back towards his bottom lane. And oh, no, Closer. Okay.
He's okay.
He's going to live. He's going to be all right.
They're going to get this dragon, it looks like here. Tough to contest. I mean, Lucid's not up for 35. Aiming's alive, but has no summoners, no ult. So I just don't see a world. Take that dragon, take this into a Baron fight. They've got a Sentinel on the other side. They've got clear vision around this pit. They know Lucid isn't even alive. There's just no play here for D+, with nothing for aiming. No ability to contest.
Yeah, and this Baron, no contest whatsoever. Of course, Lucid is a million miles away on the volley bear.
Yeah. The angle here for Clear once again on the flank.
All right, Nature's Grasp is going to look for the volley bear, but he runs pretty fast with that Rolling Thunder. As now Clear going to jump towards him. Ulti's still up and available, and yeah, Kingen just has a health bar that just kind of comes back.
He just doesn't care.
No, he's not looking too bothered.
And Baron for one more minute. They're going to grab this turret, so all of the inners.
The members of D+.
Punishing a flank of Closer could be one way if Kellen's brave enough to look for something like that. Willer also on a bit of a flank himself.
Control
TP?
Absolutely everywhere, though. This is an interesting TP from Clear to find a flank angle as Closer dives in, but everyone is on top of him. That Zhonya's is extremely high value, and so is the Fate's Call, as Henna finds it and Execute is going to execute. Featherstorm comes in for aiming, but the Blade Caller does nothing, and now the resets fly in. FearX are going to dominate the team fight, and they'll take game one.
This looked unplayable at 10 minutes here for FearX, but they did not crumble under the pressure. What a story of a resilient team that is on a massive losing streak. They will get it done in game one. Did not see this coming.
Nope.
They seized that opportunity, and then Henna was like, I surely didn't get ahead in laning phase, but I will take a triple kill if you will offer it to me for no reason bottom side. Then Closer, free to roam the map, do Ari things with vision control. D+, I think that moment is definitely what the coaches are going to be talking with them about during this break.
I would agree.